Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. We will get started in a couple minutes. Now is your time to roll out if you have a roller or if you see fit. Happy September. New month means we are in a new training block. So we just finished up hypertrophy training in August. So we're going to be doing some strength and power focus. So class setup is going to be the same. Difference is going to be how we do the movement, how we execute the movements, the weight that we use, the amount of repetitions that we do, all that jazz. So I will say true strength training is pretty hard to do at home if you're not using proper equipment or if you don't have heavy equipment at home, like I don't, as I'm only using bands. So focus is going to be definitely more on the power side of things for that reason. But with that being said, we're able to manipulate it as we need to, and I will be giving a bunch of different modifications on if you want to focus more on strength, more on power. Like I said, I will be doing more power just for the fact of not having heavy weights. True strength training, you're going to be really in that close to your 1 rep max. So super heavy weights working at full exhaustion. Now power movements are pretty similar. The only difference is power is looking at speed as well. So we'll go into all that today. Give it about 1 more minute and we will get started. Oh, there's a little rainbow outside. How beautiful. It was raining all day and the sun is starting to kind of peek through. But honestly, I'm not mad at that. Colorado always needs the rain, and it brought the temperature down to like 65 degrees, which is amazing. So I'm excited to open up all my windows after class. I'm nervous to keep them open now because one gust of wind and my plants fall down. But let's get started. I'm going to hit my functional strength training on my watch to track my workout. You are able to use whatever sounds good to you. We're going to start with just a nice quad stretch and reach. So really, my balance is going to be off today. I was already feeling it earlier. Really pulling that arm as high as we can, pulling that arm far from that bottom ankle. And let's switch sides. Really opening up that chest, pulling this leg back, getting a good stretch in that hamstring. Hello, that's quad. We've got a B split today, which means we will be doing lower push, upper pull. And as I stated, as people trickle in, we will be focused on strength and power. So a lot more of a plyometric type of movements, but I will be giving you modifications for everything today. One more on this side. Good. We're going to hit our world's greatest stretch next. So I'm going to come all the way to the end of my mat. I'm going to take a nice, strong step forward. I'm going to stabilize with my opposite hand. So that's in line with my front foot. Same side elbow is going to go to the inseam of that foot. Follow that hand with your eyes. We're going to open up. Oh, there she is. We're going to reset here. Bring that weight back. Standing up. We're going to hit 3 each side. So Tina, yes, you girl, normally is napping with her dad when we're doing class, but her dad is off doing training, doing air assault school for the Army. So he's gone for 2 weeks, which means she might be a little extra nuisance this week. So I apologize for that if Tina starts coming up with her antics in the middle of class. But how we doing? How we feeling? Coming back from a nice long weekend. Tina's feeling good. She's ready to play. Excuse me, girl. Get your ears. This used to be an elephant. Now they are only ears. I think I did the wrong side there. We got one more of these. I know, I got to teach the people, girl. She's extra antsy because we didn't go for our second walk of the day. We went for our first, but the rain kind of got us. We're going to just drop that back knee on this guy. And let's rock out those hips. We're getting a good hip flexor on the front, chest nice and tall. We're going to get that hamstring on the back. We won't be doing too much with him today, but always good to give him a little love, especially after a long weekend. We're going to rock this out 3 times. Back to neutral, opposite hand on the outside of that knee. Follow that hand with your eyes. Let's open up that thoracic spine. Just putting it in my hand. Just like, look, Mom, I'll make it easy for you. We're going to do 3 of these openers. I know. I see ya. Switching sides now. Same idea. Getting a good hip flexor in the front there. Hamstring in the back. I'm not going to deal with that squeaking. Go find something that doesn't squeak. Rocking out 3 times. But hopefully you guys had a wonderful long weekend. Got some nice rest, relaxation. Maybe did something fun with friends, family, loved ones. Neutral position, hand on the outside of that knee. Open up for 3. I had a nice weekend. We did a little bit out of the house. We did a lot of resting and relaxing. Excuse me, girl. Let's drop down to our mat. We're going to hit these shin boxes next. Let me show the people. Then you can get back in my face. We're going to have a staggered stance. We can overlap those legs if we need to. But remember, we're going to keep those feet stuck to the ground, and we're going to move those knees on around those feet. Now challenge yourself. See if you can keep those hands up off the ground. If you need a little extra help, you can stabilize yourself by putting those hands behind you. The problem with throwing the toy and saying, like, I don't want to play, is now you're playing because you threw the toy, you know? Get a couple of these simple ones. On this next one, let's come up onto those knees. Start activating those hips. We got in such a good routine of this being her nap time, just like having a baby. But when Dad's away, the girls will play. Okay, let's get one more on each side. Beautiful. Now we did have a long weekend, so I really want to hit these correctives and this mobility before we hit especially things like power. So let's go into our 90-90 opener. So we're going to be on our side. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. If Tina would move, you'll see hands are going to go out in front of us. And we're going to open up, keeping those knees glued to the ground all the way down if you can get that hand to touch the ground. Now remember, coach doesn't have enough space. So in a perfect world, you would go all the way down. If you are like me and you don't have enough space, we're just going to do some arm bars. So I'm going to come straight up and then we're going to pull down at a 45-degree. A little bit easier of a movement, but if we do want to make it a little more difficult, we can straighten that bottom leg, glue that top knee to the ground, and you'll see how much more difficult that is. Now, once you get 3 openers, let's hit 3 sweeps. So we're going to do the same setup, except now we're going to go around the world, over our head, into our back pocket. Let's follow that hand with our eyes, and we are going to keep that hand in contact with the ground the whole time if we're able to. Now, when that happens, that means when we come to the top of our head, we're going to rotate that hand from being supine to pronated. So we're starting with the palm facing down, rotating that palm up. The people don't want to hear you squeak, Tina. Good. Once you get 3 of those each side, we are switching. Tina, you gotta go, girl. Good. Really giving ourselves some TLC. We also have red zone ESD today, so you know what that means. It's a very athletic training day. It's like athletic performance, what I used to do when I was a performing athlete, right? So we're gonna be doing some strength, some power, and then ending with some high intensity cardio. Okay. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. I don't want the ears. The ball doesn't squeak. Let's come back down to our mat. We're going to do a little bit of pillar engagement, and then we'll do some glute engagement. We'll get into our first block. So let's start with the dead bug one. We're going to push that back into the mat. So really closing this gap between our back and the mat. Oh, you brought me two. Good for you. You're so smart. Closing that gap between our back and the mat. So that means I'm pulling my ribs to my hips. My feet are at a 90-degree angle. We're going to extend opposite ligaments, 5 each side, 10 total. It gets harder as we elongate, so really focus on keeping that back pushed into the mat and keeping that gap closed. It's a lot of bang for our buck with this movement. We're getting mobility and some core stability. She's gonna get mad at me. She's like, you asked me to get my ball for what? You're not even gonna throw it. Good, let's stay in this position. We're gonna hit some glute bridges now for some glute activation. So I've got my feet about shoulder width apart. I can touch those heels with my hands. I'm going to keep that back pushed into that mat because it's keeping my core engaged. And we're just gonna shoot up those hips, causing a bridge from our shoulders to our knees. Let's hit 10, nice and controlled. We're trying to get that glute activation, getting everything fired up because we're gonna be doing some plyometrics here in a second. We definitely want to make sure that those muscles are engaged. As we just got through hypertrophy, one of the things that coach would always say was time under tension, right? So we're trying to keep that muscle under tension as long as possible for muscle gain. So when it comes to power and strength, we're looking at high weight, high intensity in terms of the resistance, as well as speed. So when we do power, we're doing high intensity very quickly. And as I said in the beginning here, it's a lot easier at home to do power movements and speed movements, or than strength movements, excuse me. So I'm going to focus on power, but I'm going to give you modifications for everything if you're somebody who does have heavy weights at home and you really want to work on that neuromuscular adaptation, that strength side of things. Once we got those 10, let's make it up to our feet. We're going to hit some drop squats. So coach is going to say go. We're going to hit that drop squat. Coach is going to say go again. We're going to hit that 2-inch sprint. And then coach is going to say left or right. And we're going to freeze with that knee up, working on our stability, our neuromuscular adaptations, neural activation, all that good stuff to get ourselves ready for it. So up on our tiptoes, reaching nice and tall. Go. Go. Right. Good. Remember, we want to fully stabilize with that one. So maybe you're a little bit wobbly. Get yourself to be nice and stable, then reset. Go. Go. Right. Ooh. Good. Reset. Go. Go. Left. Good. Reset. Let's get 2 more. Go. Go. Right. Good. Now remember, listen to what I'm saying. Not looking at the screen. I'm pretty sure the screen always shows things opposite. All right. Let's get into this first block. I'm going to move my mat back because I don't like the way my feet stick to the mat, but I like my mat when I get back on the ground. We're going to start with some single leg bounds. So this is going to be a plyometric movement or a power movement. We're working on stabilizing as we go. We're going to do, let's say 10 total. So 5 each side. So how this is going to work, outside leg is on the ground, inside leg is up. We're going to take a nice big jump, stabilize, reset, and hit it again. We're going to do that for 10. Now, if we have issues with, as you go, if that's good for you, if you have issues with impact, we're just going to hit that lateral lunge, trying to get nice and heavy weight if we have it. If not having heavy weights, moving very controlled and slow, 5 each side, 10 total as well. I'm going to just do 8 here to keep up. So you guys are probably ahead of me. Now, when it comes to power movements and strength movements, the rep range is a lot smaller than hypertrophy. So at home, we're going to do a little bit higher of a rep range than we would if we had the proper equipment, which is totally fine, just so the workout still feels like you're getting something out of it. But in reality, you do only like 3 to 5 reps. All right. Once we hit those 10 single leg bounds or lateral lunges, we're going to go into our bent over reverse fly. So we're going to push those hips back until we feel a stretch in that hamstring. If we're using dumbbells, palms are facing each other, or maybe you're using a band like me. Now to make this a power movement, we're going to move very quickly on that concentric, nice slow on that eccentric. So that execution, nice and quick, nice and slow on that reset. We're only going to do 8 of these. Remember, exhale on that execution, inhale on that reset. We're really squeezing those shoulder blades together, but we're keeping good activation in those legs by holding this stabilizing stance, getting the most bang for our buck. I got 2 more here. Beautiful. Now, if you know, you know, we've got complementaries coming up next. You can choose stability to get a little bit more out of it, or mobility if we want to focus on corrections and want a little bit more rest. If we are doing stability, we're going to hit these body saws. So you can use your foam roller like I have here, or we can just come right on the ground, up onto our toes. We're going to pull our weight forward and use those lats, that back, to shift our weight back. If you are somebody doing mobility, we're going to hit 5 each side of these bird dogs. So tabletop position, same idea as the dead bugs we just did, except we are now facing the ground rather than laying on the ground facing up. So either 10 body saws or 5 each side on these bird dogs. Now, if you're doing those body saws, you're doing a little extra work, which means you'll get a little extra rest time. Once you get done with your complementary, grab some water. We're going to get into the second round, of this circuit. All right. Not going to jinx it. She's nicely chewing her bone. I think she got the hint. All right, remember, we're going to hit 10 of these. Do either 5 lateral lunges each side or 5 single leg bounds. Now, to make this easier or harder, you can either jump further to make it more difficult or keep your jump a little bit shorter if we want to just get the foundations of the power movement. And if we have some intense balance issues, maybe we want to focus more on, like coaches today, focus more on the balance portion of things, because you get a lot of good training from that here as well. Good. You know, you think it's going to be easier, but boy, I'm already huffing and puffing. Once you get your 10, same idea, adjust that weight if you need to. We're hitting these reverse flies. Pushing those hips back, boom, feeling it in my hamstrings, which means it's perfect. Keeping those shoulder blades squeezed. Quick on that concentric. Nice and slow on that reset. We're hitting 8. And reset, good. Last one for me. Beautiful. Okay. Going into stability or mobility, which means 10 body saws or 10 bird dogs, 5 each side. Two more here. And 10. Beautiful. Take a second, grab some water. If you're hitting those bird dogs, finish them up. We're doing red zone today, so I specifically did a ponytail because my bun always falls out, but I remember why I always do a bun, because I hate my hair getting in my face whenever I'm doing anything else. So we'll just change that once we get there. All right. One more round here. That means we're feeling good. We're looking pretty. We got our form pretty much set. I'm just going to skirt that out of the way right now because I don't like how you can't fully see me. There we go. I'll just move it back when I need it. Weird. All right. Hitting 10 total here. Sorry, it looked like my power went back on, but I was like, that's weird because my computer's working. Obviously, my power didn't go out. Good. Another thing with these, you want to really try to land, we call it bunny feet, nice and soft. So you're taking in that impact. So as you land, it shouldn't be a nice loud thud. It should be pretty quiet. All right. Let's hit this last one of these reverse flies, and then we can wipe our hands clean of these first two movements. Hitting, what I say, 8? Have I been doing 8? I hope so, because that's what I'm doing right now. Exercise brain in full effect. Quick on that concentric, reset on that eccentric. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together on this one. Whew. All right. I'm going to hit bird dogs for this last one because I'm already feeling gassed. But you either got 10 body saws or 10 bird dogs. Pick your poison. Also been having some lower back pain this weekend. I think that's from not stretching the way I need to, but always a good excuse to get in more corrective action. Beautiful. All right. Grab some of that water. We are one block in. We are going on to our next block, where we will be doing some jumping lunges and bent over rows. Power, power, power. So first thing is these jumping lunges. So if you are somebody, I'm going to just keep saying so today. I don't know why that's my word of the day. If you are somebody who has impact issues and you're like, coach, you're crazy, I cannot be doing all this jumping, you're going to hit just a split stance squat. Now, to make this a power-focused movement, try to go as heavy as you can, or we're going to be moving nice and slow to get the most out of that movement, okay? If you're somebody who can keep up with the power movement on this impact, we're going to be hitting jumping lunges, 10 total. So either 5 each side on the split stance squats, or 10 total jumping lunges. And it really is what it sounds like. Just like that, we're hitting 10. You know, coach does weird hand movements. If you are doing weights with this, you could do nice, easy dumbbells, or go body weight like I am. Ooh. Doesn't seem like a lot, but those are freaking deadly. Really focused on that power. You could see how coach was getting a little clunky. It's that awkwardness of figuring out the movement. It's our brains trying to learn what we're doing. All right. Oh, that was a good one. We're going to go into these bent over rows next. So I always use a band, as you guys know. So I'm going to anchor it to my front foot. You could also use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. So we're going to hit a nice staggered stance. I'm going to use this front leg to support my non-working side. Same idea with those reverse flies. We're going to pull up nice and quick to our pocket. Nice, slow reset. We're just going to do 5 each side. Remember, exhale on that execution. Inhale on that reset. I don't know if that was 5, so I'll do one more here. Good. The awkwardness of switching sides. There we go. Now remember, don't let that weight start pulling you forward. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together. Keep that back nice and neutral. Worried about speed. Still using a decent amount of weight or resistance, even though we're moving quickly. Beautiful. All right. We're going to make our way to some stability now. We're going to hit these plank pull throughs. So you can either use a dumbbell or a kettlebell or no weight, but I'm going to use this as a pretend weight. We're going to do 10 total, 5 each side. We're going to start in that plank push-up position. We're not mounting our glutes. We're not tagging our hips. Everything's nice and tight. And we're going to pull that weight to the outside, 5 each side. Remember, if you don't have anything, you're just mimicking that movement here. Keeping that core nice and tight, keeping good form on that plank. Whew. The whole way through. Man, you always, every time I do power stuff, I'm like, oh, power is easy. You just got to move quick. And I always forget how tired I get when it's time to do power movements. All right. Grab that water. Let's get a nice deep breath. And let's get into these jumping lunges or split stand squats. 10 total of each. Ooh. Man, that storm is rolling in. Good, halfway. Woo! Last one. Man, those are like the single legs. They just kill me. Going into these bent over rows. Adjust that weight as you see fit. 5 each side. Quick on the execution. Really nice and slow on that reset. Beautiful. See, one thing I love about storms here, because we're 6,000 feet above sea level, you get crazy lightning, crazy thunder, and I love a good storm. So if you're somebody who is not a fan of storms, that probably sounds horrible to you. But I think they're so relaxing. Good. Oh, goodness. Plank pull throughs. Ooh, we got this. We can do hard things. 5 each side, 10 total. Beautiful. All right. We only got one more round. Only one more. And then our favorite, death by red zone, ESD. But with that being said, we get a lot more rest time. We just have to work really hard. Same idea with this power stuff. So it's right on track with our workout today. So, all right, last one. Looking good, feeling pretty. Excuse me? Feeling good, looking pretty. Hello. Or maybe you're feeling horrible, but it's going to pay off in the long run. Don't worry. All right, we're hitting 10 of these. Keep that core tight. It's what's keeping you upright. Oh my gosh. I know, guys, they're burning me too. Hate to love them. Shake it out. All that acid buildup, that's what's getting that burn. That's why active recovery is so great, because it gets it out quicker. All right. Last one of these bent over rows. Let's make them count. 5 each side. Not asking for too much. Now, if you feel like you can't move too fast on that execution, your weight's probably just a little too heavy. You'd want to crank it back just a bit to make sure we get the most out of that power. Let's hit these plank pull throughs one more time, then we'll clean our hands of it. Good. You guys as tired as I am? Whew, because I'm tired. That's okay. We'll fly through this ESD like it's nothing, because we are animals like that. I wish. No, it's going to hurt me, but that's okay. Hard doesn't mean impossible. All right. As I just blabber away, we're done with that. Beautiful. All right, let's take 2 minutes here to catch our breath, grab some water, refill that water if you need to, and we're going to come together and get this ESD done. We've got 3 movements, 15 seconds on, 45 seconds off. Okay, we're going to try to get through 5 rounds. Yeah, I should be able to get through 5 rounds. 4 to 5. We'll see. But we are just trucking through this. We're making up for that lost day for Labor Day. So we still got about a minute. So really try to slow that heart rate down if you can. Nice deep breath in. So you can't let any more air in. Let it all out. Get a couple of those in just to reset. Yes, we're going to get this heart rate cranked up here, but getting that fluctuation through your workout is what really helps your cardio system, your metabolism, all the things. So it's always good to go up from a super high, bringing it back down. So in the fashion of our class today, we're going to start with jump squats. Nice and quick. Now remember, I'm not too worried about depth. Just a nice slight bend here, so you don't see me going all the way down to 90 here. I'm just getting a nice slight bend, bringing it right back up. Impact is an issue. We can just hit these straight speed squats. After that, our favorite Versa climber. And after that Versa climber, we're just going to hit a 2-inch sprint. 15 seconds on, 45 seconds off. Questions, comments, concerns, please put in the chat if you'd like me to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. I know that sometimes people would prefer that, but technically it's not true. Red zone. I'm more than happy to do it for you though. All right, friends. Are we ready to get crack-a-lackin'? We are going to start these jump squats here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Push it out. Nice and quick. As soon as those feet hit the ground, you're right back up. Moving as quick as you can. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, that felt ugly. That's okay. Just our first one. Legs are hurting from those jumping lunges we already did, so it'll only get better as time goes on. I feel like it's a little dark and gloomy in here. Yeah, that's a little better. We got 20 seconds until we hit this Versa climber. I need a light like right here. Whew. Into the nose, out through the mouth. We are Versa climbing in 8 seconds. Going in 5. Ready, 3, 2, 1. And we're pushing it out, moving quick. As fast as you can. It's gonna hurt, but we only have 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh, I'm surprised my bun hung on. 40 seconds. And we got these 2-inch sprints. It's so crazy to me. You can see all the mountainside, mountain ridge, right? From my apartment. And whenever it rains, It's like a magic act. Mountains just disappear behind the clouds. All right, 2-inch sprint. We're going in 5. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. And we're pushing it out, moving quick. Upsetting our downstairs neighbors, but that's okay. Halfway there. Bunny feet. Try to land soft. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Check in on that heart rate. Only at 160. I got a little nervous on those. Yeah. I got a little nervous on those sprints because I am on the 4th floor and I don't think my downstairs neighbors are too fond of me. But that being said, it's only 5:40 p.m., but still. All right. 15 seconds. We are back at the top with our jump squats. Really feeling that long weekend, but it's okay. We're back and we're ready to attack. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. Nice and quick. You got it. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Yeah. It was only supposed to be a high of, I think, 80 here today. Earlier, it got down to like 64 when the storm started. Now it's 72. Not mad at that at all. I will say it's a little extra muggy because of the rain, but not nearly as bad as the Midwest, so I can't complain. But September is such a beautiful month. All the aspen trees start changing, so I'm excited for the like 65-degree weather. 75 to 65 is my favorite. All right, get set. We're Versa climbing in 3, 2, 1, and let's push it out. Yeah, I haven't had my air on in like 3 days, which is amazing. It's that time of year. Keep pushing. We got 3, 2, 1, and rest. Open it up. But yeah, if you're by like Phoenix or you in Arizona or something, I don't know what the weather's been like in the Midwest. My dad usually is my weatherman and calls me every day, and he's that retired guy who sits at home and just does his hobbies and be like, "Oh, we got the rain. We really needed it today." Oh, that's horrible. Okay, you're taking all the heat from me, so thank you. And my electric bill thanks you because it's like I said, my air hasn't been on, which has been great. All right, let's reset. We got 2-inch sprints in 3, 2, 1, and let's push it out. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet. You got it. Keep pushing halfway. 3, 2, 1, and rest. I might look a little weird when I do that one. I'm kind of nervous about my neighbors. Oregon? Oh my goodness. I think you guys would be cooler than that by now. Yeah, I will say though, I grew up in the Midwest. I moved out here less than 2 years ago. And the difference that humidity makes is a life changing. It can be 90 degrees out. And I'm like, that's fine. At least it's not sticky. So I definitely sympathize with you. 100 is just unnecessary. All right, 5 seconds back at the top with these jump squats. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. Keep pushing. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Whew. We're almost there. Almost there. We have like 3 more rounds. Two more rounds? You know I can't do math. We'll see where the time takes us. Yeah, see, that's more normal. I love a good 70-degree day. Honestly, with the stuff we do outside, like hikes and stuff, I love a good 65 degrees. I think that's perfect. All right. We're Versa climbing in 5. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Push it out. Moving quick. I look so much faster from the side. Halfway. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh, goodness. It's okay. We're doing it. We're pushing through. We got 30 seconds. Quick thing I didn't say in the beginning. We were told today that the 20th, September 20th, is our last day of classes. So I don't have a lot of people in here today, so you'll hear me say that a few more times. But unfortunately, Friday, September 20th is going to be our last class. Now, once we're done with this next round, I'll have some more to say. But we are 2-inch sprinting in 3, 2, 1, and we're pushing it out. You got it. Halfway. My leg just locked out. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So, as I was saying, because I'm a professional yapper, with that being said, with classes ending September 20th, if you are somebody who really loves live group fitness, reach out to me, please. Get me your email, and I will have resources that you guys have options and availability for once we're done with class for live classes. So if you love my class, you're interested in continuing live virtual classes, please reach out to me and make sure I got your email. With that being said, we are back at the jump squats in 5. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. As soon as those feet hit the ground, you're right back up. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Ooh, got stuck there. COVID's a nasty thing. It's been like almost 3 weeks and I'm still slowly recovering, but feeling a lot better than I was a week or 2 ago. So that's always good. But what was I saying? Yes, please reach out to me and I'll help you get resources and different options because I want to make sure you guys can stay on track once this program unfortunately ends, which, like I said, classes end on the 20th. With that being said, back in that Versa climber, getting ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Oh, push it out, push it out. I didn't want my clock dying on me there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hey, girl. That one's too big for your mouth. Down. Roll over. Good job. You can't catch that one. It's just a little too big. I'm almost done, and then maybe we can go for a rainy walk and get all muddy. How's that sound? All right. We got 15 seconds. We're going to hit this 2-inch sprint. And that'll be our last round. We'll get some nice cool down. We'll do some box breathing. We're going to 2-inch sprint though here in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. Feeling like Noah Lyons. Good. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. A round of applause for you guys. Oh, we made it through. All right, heart rate check-in. So now 169. We will see where we're at in 2 minutes. Let's just take the next minute or two. Slowly get that heart rate down. Grab some water. I like to do little walkie laps just to bring ourselves down to get ready to cool down. Go work, everyone. I give you your flowers for making it through. Especially today, like I said, there's a lot of impact. So if you're somebody who does have impact issues, shoulder issues, any kind of ailments, feel free to message me, email me, and let me know, since this month is all strength and power. So I can be sure to have modifications ready for you. I do my best to have modifications, but sometimes I get ahead of myself and I forget. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's come down one knee on the ground. We're going to just sit in the front of this. So normally we rock out our hips. We're just going to sit in the front of this. Oh, hey girl. Let all of that really stretch out as we do deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can even make this a little bit harder and hold that back leg. That'll get you a crazy stretch through that quad. Since we're cooling down, we're really going to sit in these stretches. While our muscles are nice and warm, we're going to make sure we give them some love. I know, you're so good. How'd you get to be so sweet? You're so sweet, girl. Good, let's switch sides. Oh, sorry. I'm switching. The sun is coming back. What a beautiful thing. See, I'm sad because I was excited about class this time during the fall and the winter, because I was like, ooh, it'll be nice and dark outside. I don't have to worry about the sun coming in. It was going to be perfect, but that's okay. I'm going to I found a new love for working out at home. So I'm going to definitely continue on with that. I used to not be a home workout person, but now I prefer this over a gym, to be honest. I still go to the gym for like specific things I need turf or heavy weights for, but 9 times out of 10, I am staying right here. All right. Let's hit another shin box real quick. Actually, no, just kidding. We're going to hit a deep squat. I was like, shin box doesn't sound right. We're going to hit a nice deep squat here. 2 minutes in. What did I say? 169. I am at 126, which is perfect. Oh, show the people your rooster. This is Tina's rooster. That ball she was playing with actually came inside of this rooster, and then she had to destroy it, and there was extra toys inside. I don't want to play with you right now. I love you, though. Thank you. Good. Let's bring our glutes down to the mat. We're going to go into a nice cat-cow. If you're like me and a lot of extra rest and relaxation, my lower back starts getting tight, here's a really good way to work it out. So we're going to get a nice deep breath in on this cow. As we exhale, we move into that cat. Back on that inhale, into that cow. And exhale into that cat. Let's do this for 5 breaths. So that means we've got 3 more to go. Good. Here's my last one. Nice deep breath in. Breathing in until I feel like I can't let in any more air. And then slowly letting it all out in that cat. Good. All right, we're going to stay right here. We're going to open up those hips just a little bit. So we're going to bring those knees a little bit wider than shoulder width. And let's sit those hips back down if we can. Widen out those hips if we need to. Sitting down into there. And then slowly try to inch those hands out. We're going to get a good stretch through the back that we worked today. Nice deep breaths in. Now we're going to switch through our child's pose. Thank you, Tina. And our cobra. Get a good stretch through. Get a good stretch through our abs. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tina, come here. Down. Stay down. Good girl. Stay there. I'm almost done. My apologies. Oh, bless you. Just working through. Now we're going to get some. She's like, I want to stretch too. We're going to get some calming down regulation breaths that Tina really needs right now. So you guys are going to sit in that child's pose for this. Tina's just not letting me. So you're in child's pose. Let's close those eyes or soften that gaze. We're going to do 4-7-8 breathing. It's going to help down regulate our systems, get into that rest and digest right in time to potentially start eating dinner. So let's do inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 7 and exhale for 8. So on my count, let's start a nice deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more inhale. 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we had today. Tina is ready to play, so I'm going to start my second workout of the day, wrestling with her. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed this workout today. I will see you all same time, same place on Friday. And please, if you want extra resources on how to continue on once we're done with these classes on September 20th, please reach out to me. You can message me on Teams or shoot me an email. Just make sure that I have your email so I can reach out. With that being said, having a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you on the back end on Friday. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.